What's the story, guys? eamonnz here, back with the second video of my 1v1 series. So I was pretty happy with how the first one turned out. This one is going to be on retaliation. So I tried something new. This is either my first, I want to say second game, using the OSA. So I'm just running reflex, quick draw, stock, rifle barrel, I think. I'm maybe missing one there, with that nice graffiti camo. So this is a pretty good game overall. You get a good mix for what to do and what not to do. So I suppose first round here, straight off the bat, push down this hallway just to see if he's there. And with the OSA, there's a lot of recoil on this gun, so you kind of want to limit the long range engagements that you might have. So by timing there, I thought he might have been a B-bomb. Wasn't there. So yeah, I started using the OSA. And kind of just got lucky here. I had an idea he was going to be behind me just because of the timing, and as I said in my last video, you'll get used to that. It's something that you just got to play and keep grinding it, and the timing will come. So pretty good gun with the OSA is pretty good when you do get your shots. If you hit most of your shots, I mean you're gonna kill him fairly quick. I think they're talking about possibly banning it. I have mixed feelings on that. I think, you know, if everyone's using the same gun, I don't see much of a problem, but, you know, some people have their reasons, and that's fair enough. So the second round here, I decided he probably will change it up, and he did. So as you can see, I went along straight through to the platform, and he pushed me straight down the hallway that I was actually in the first round. So that's kind of one tactic I'd say for beginners, is to know that if you kill someone in one spot, chances are if they're decent, they won't go to that spot again. They'll switch it up the next round. But do try to remember it, as like most of the time people will go back at some point in the game, but maybe just not the next round. So B is very much the favoured bomb site on this map. A lot of the time people will push up this kind of mid-street area or onto the platform. So as you can see, I didn't spot him, and that's an important thing for newer players as well. As I clean up this kill, if you spot someone, like I spotted him by the bar on the top plat, I ran away because I wasn't in a position to challenge that gunfight. He could have just stuck behind the bar if I challenged him where I was standing. So that's always a good play, is to try and get behind cover and regroup if you're caught off guard. Otherwise you're going to put yourself in a position that you may not be able to win the gunfight, and that's always important. And as I said, long range engagements with the OSA are to be avoided. I'm pretty happy with this play. So he decided to push out bedroom. What I like about that play is that on that wall run you can see basically the push. If he quick pushes to B-bomb, you can see it, he comes out the arches, and you can also see the bedroom, as I was pre-aiming the bedroom there. So you have a pretty good wide range of view. And as well, that means that if he wasn't there, I could expect him to be on plat when I turn to the right there. So on to the fourth round. 4-0 at this point. Now you start seeing, so far I've been playing pretty well. You know, kind of reading him, seeing where he went, not doing anything too crazy. But you'll see from now on, I kind of start to lose the head a little bit, and this is something I have to watch for myself. But you can kind of see I have no idea where he is. Now, what I should be doing on defense, and this is important to remember, is that I feel like I got joked there, by the way. I have no idea how he killed me. I mean, I think he gets first shot in this kill cam. Yeah, but like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to dwell on that. Important thing to remember is, I think I said in the first video as well, is that if you're on defense, the onus is on him to plant the bomb. So you don't really need to be running around like I was there, and I mean, I paid the price, I got caught. If you're on defense, what you need to do is kind of just stay alive, play your time, kind of hope that he makes himself known, which I didn't do there, and I lost the round because of that. So just there. So he challenged me, and I basically hid behind that little kind of telephone box. So it's always an idea if you don't exactly know where they're coming from to kind of hide behind cover and just make sure you play your life. People don't really do that enough. And again here I didn't know where he was, so I started chasing. It's a little bit more acceptable on offense, but I wouldn't advise it. Bit impatient, I think, because I was 4-0 and then 4-1 up. I was kind of trying to get the win. You know, you get a bit impatient, and it's probably important just to remember to kind of keep kind of calm in these situations. And that was just terrible. That was just awful shooting. He caught me a little bit off guard, but I don't know, it was like a failed drop shot or something. Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot to say about that really. He's good shots with the OSA. So 4-2 at this point. And as I said, B side is kind of the more favoured side. As well, especially since we're both using an OSA. We're going to want to keep those engagements short range. As you can see, it kicked up a mile there. That was really poor shooting. And he did the right thing by pushing me there because he knew I was weak. You've seen the kill cam. His kicked up as well. Shots are better. There's not a whole lot to say about that either. I mean, just, you know, should have got out of there when I had the chance, or not missed my shots first off. So I'm just going to talk quickly as well about the rigs, weapon rigs. I'm running Phantom with the active camo. As you can see in the bottom right, it's not nearly charged. If I was to do this, or if I was to look at this and say, oh, actually, yeah, this is so yeah, I kind of knew timing wise that he'd probably be pushing the mid street if he didn't push down that hallway, and I knew he'd kind of get aggressive because he obviously wants to get the 4-4. So I was kind of lucky that he was where he was, but that may look like I'm shooting bodies as well. I'm not. I don't do that unless they shoot first. Yeah, so what was this? Oh yeah, about the rigs. I keep calling them traits. So I'm running the active camo, and he's running the synaptic, or also known as skinny bot, which I think is going to get patched maybe later this week. The second week in January is when this is going up. There is talk about it. I think it is, like you saw, I kind of got joked one of the kills, and I think that's because the hitboxes aren't as big as they should be. So we'll have to see and wait and see how that one goes. May do a separate video on that when that comes out. Here he gets the bomb down. I see him up the street, and I think, okay, now's a good time to use my scarab. It's probably a pretty good play, to be honest, but he got away, and you know, I guess he just shot the scarab. I mean, there's not a whole lot to say about it. And this is where I need to take my own advice and stay behind cover, and you'll see why. So if I'd stayed on that head glitch behind that bomb, it would have been, I'd say, about two to three times more difficult for him to kill me there. But I stood out in the open, and my whole body was there as opposed to my head. And that's something I say a lot, but I just need to remember to actually do it. So he got that kill easy enough there. I think I decided this round to play a little bit more patient. Again, I'm watching in case he pushes down that hallway, or if he pushes onto the plat. Doesn't, so I went back and checked my mid street again. And like as I said before, the timing is you'll get to know that as to where they may be. Kind of just messing around B bomb. Again, I probably should have got bomb down, and that's one thing I noticed watching this back, is that I don't think I planted the bomb once. Which is really bad, because as I said before, even though when you're defending, the onus is on you. The onus is on the offense to put the bomb down. Once you do have the bomb down, it actually puts you in a really good position, because it cuts your time to 40 seconds. So the defense either has to kill you, or they have to defuse the bomb. And obviously, if you know where to plant it and where to look for him, it can be quite difficult. And he's basically done there what I should have done when I was on defense that time, and just, you know, maybe not sit in a corner, but play a lot more passive, more stationary. and he got timing on me because I was running around trying to look for him instead of getting the bomb down. So, as I said, it's quite an interesting game. It goes from 4-0 to 5-5. So, round 11, I kind of looked mid-street, peeked around, keep looking, and he just happens to pop up in front of me. I'm not going to lie there, I got very lucky. I also don't think if I had any gun other than the OSA there, I would have got that, but it is what it is. This guy actually disputed me afterwards for some reason. I have no idea why. I got the win in the end. So yeah, that'll do for episode 2, guys. If you enjoyed it, be sure that you leave a like and maybe leave a comment and kind of say if you thought anything helped you or if any improvements you have that I could make. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Good luck.